A beautiful day today. Let's get it started. Boom, baby, boom. Rise and shine. It's another morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the most, Mark. I live a I'm making love to beautiful women. There it is. Okay. The smile on my face should say it all. The smile on my face should say it all. We're talking about love actually this morning and what it takes to have actual love. And I want love. Just give it to me. But nobody wants to pay the price for the prize. Nobody wants to sacrifice their ego. Nobody wants to listen and understand. Everybody wants just someone to adore them, and that's just going to be magic. And then like that's it. No work, just easy peasy. You find actually love. It's a sacrifice. I think you'd have to really ask yourself what you're willing to give up, and what. And it feels amazing. It can do anything, and that I've been doing something right. I feel strong. I feel loved. I feel extremely blessed. And I hope everybody gets to feel this way. Oh, I'm fucking melting. Oh, I'm fucking melting. To love actually. You know, some of the times you don't feel like you're worthy. It's a really sad place to be. That there's no one out bound thinking anyone would ever fit. And then they fit so perfectly, even though they're imperfect. So am I. Want to keep loving you.
Love you too.
Finally. Finally, some real love. So that's what it's going to take, folks. Let me get in my. That's what it's going to have to take sometimes. Some growing, some learning, some adjusting. I think that the one thing I learned, and the layer, I don't know what's up with this signal. Maybe it's too much love and it just keeps cutting in and out. But I live this life, this wonderful life with this wonderful human being, and try to rip its head off, punch it in the universe, doesn't believe. And then there's another dude that believes actually. You're just different. You're a different person when you love. You, I'm so grateful. Uh, you have to pinch me. I don't believe it's my life. I think I'm in someone else's body and avatar, and I just so happen to show up to the dinner and move the hands. Uh, but they're my hands, and they're my lips, and I touch her. The best energy I got makes me so much better. You know, to actually be in love and not foolish, and to take my time, go slow, 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 and to learn somebody's weaknesses and vulnerabilities, and to care enough to take care of those things. That's where it's at. You know, that's when you know you love actually. The difference between love and lust is tremendous. It might look similar, but the vast difference, like Mississippi length away. And oh my God, I found somebody. I found someone. I found my someone. I really believe it. Alive to the world, I found my someone. Oh my God. What a moment. Don't make me cry on camera. Um, yeah, what a moment. Who are you? Who sent you? Where are your parents? I don't know. Just feel extremely blessed. I asked her, I said, can I say your name? I said, Sarah, does this time make up for all the bad times? All the alone times? All the sad times? And it just feels like it's so far away. Like those times feel so real. They just do. They're intense. You can't help but feel sad sometimes, depressed sometimes. Nobody loves you. And then you get this moment where you know someone loves you. You know it. You know you're not going to be alone. And that all those times are long gone. And look at me. I'm fucking glowing. Like my skin is tighter. My muscles are popping. Like I can feel my overall well being get lifted up. And if that's not the best drug in the world, I don't know what else is. Love is my drug. I'm fully addicted. Definitely Saints addiction. But like a real addicted, like a sustainable addiction, not something that's just like, oh shit, I just got a bump and then I'm withdrawing and I need another one. I didn't want that from her. I didn't want her to be my addiction. I wanted her to be my inspiration. She only knew how beautiful she is inside and out. She's a muse. She doesn't even try. She's so creative, and get flows of artistic behavior and outpouring of color and just dynamic. She only knew. And the effect she has on people. I mean, she's only been in like a fucking month and like 10 people around her for her birthday and shit. I can't even pay 10 people to be around me for my birthday. I'm jealous as fuck. But I'm not jealous. I have none of those 7 deadly sins towards you. Maybe lust. Maybe vanity a little bit. Gluttony, for sure. I'm gluttonous for her. I want to take her around the world and feed her fancy foods and watch her smile and make her giggle in public places. For sure. Like, at least I'm being honest, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm being honest. I tell you I'm the realest on YouTube, bro. I keep it real. I tell on myself all the time. But it's about how time. I'm turning 44 in a couple months. This one just turned 38. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, many more.
Yeah.
Hopefully together.
I manifested you.
Manifested you.
I manifested you first.
Yeah, it's a competitive. It's competitive out here, folks. Spirituality's gotten competitive, man. It's not all peace and love anymore. It's like who did what. And,
I was first.
Yes. Yes. And this is a 5 a.m. mosquito net. If you really love somebody, you go out in the middle of the rain and in the middle of the night after you just woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you find nets and put them up because you love someone. That's how you know you love actually. It's a strange process, but I highly recommend it. I hope everyone gets to find love. I really do. It's such an important component. I knew, I'll say to her face, I knew that there was a level to it, right? There's a level to being born. So you're born, you're trying to figure out words and how your hands move, motor senses and motor skills and fine motor skills and all these things. And then all of a sudden, you are a teenager and you're flooded with all these hormones, and now you got to consider other people, which is a new one for most human beings. And then you get older, and then you got to understand yourself, which is really the true life course for all of us, is to understand ourselves, to our own self, be true. We have to be true to ourselves, and then you have to be true to someone else. That was the level, because we communicate with ourselves all day like the devil in our brain, just telling us all sorts of shit, and God knows what the record's saying, but especially backwards. But then you have to meet someone. You don't have to, but it's a level. Maybe you don't want to go into it because it's dangerous. It's not an easy level. It's going to require the most of skills that you have. You can only control yourself, and then you're under the control of someone else, and they have control over you, and they might make you put up a net and like do things you don't want to do. But it's true. It's true. You know, you have to compromise. I don't think people want to do that. I know for facts. When we first started dating, I guess we could say that when we first saw each other, we were enamored, but for sure stubborn. Like I'm going this direction. No, I'm going this direction. It was like, oh, doing my own thing for a long ass time, motherfucker. Who you think you are, type shit. And am I lying? And you do. You have your own ways. And I think that's the weirdest thing to do in life is to unlearn your ways. I kept talking about it this day about being stupid stubborn and getting out of my own way and not being the element of the catalyst. I wanted to be a catalyst for positive outcome and the right chemicals to have the right reaction, and then I wasn't getting the right reaction, so I obviously wasn't the right catalyst. And I don't like it when people don't like me or gossip gets spread. Apparently, I don't pay my bills on this motherfucker, which is really cool. You know, I love when people got my name in their mouth like my dick. But it's one of those where I don't have time to waste on small minds. Small people talk about people. Big minds talk about ideas and business and creativity, and that's where I choose to put my energy. Putting my energy in this person. I'm putting my energy in my future, and obviously, the business still strong. I'm so grateful. I can't even, like talk about love, and it's just like this phenomenal feeling and of appreciation. How about ideas coming to fruition? When this lovely human's wearing my logos on her again. And I'm like, you don't know how proud it does me that I can create something and put it on your skin, and that it can come halfway across the world and be there to be on you, and then let her know that she's perfectly imperfect too. There's both of the dichotomies, the halo and the horns, that no one's walking around here trying to be perfect, that we can be imperfect in each other's light and in each other's arms, and that it's not some show, you know. This is real. You have to show your warts and all. You'll have to show the days where you're weak and need time and need space. And you're gonna have to be there for that person, and maybe not there for them when they need it. I was telling her, I was trying to show her, but it was like an hour long video. But the lady said, she was like, "Can we get married but live in different houses?" And she really meant that shit. He was like, "That won't work for me." And she was like, "Kudos to him for having some balls and sticking up for his beliefs." And I'm grateful she respects some of my beliefs, and I've been respecting hers. You can't expect people to just drop out of the fucking tree and be the same belief. It doesn't work that way. And people aren't created that way. It's not like you're just swiping left through motherfuckers. This is a real human being with real thoughts and emotions and past. And, you're bringing baggage too. So it's not like everybody just gets to waltz around freely. Everybody has something. And you got to find somebody that wants to work on it with you.
Different values. Nothing
Totally.
more.
Yup. It's intense. There's so many levels to this shit. It's like Zelda, bro. It's just a whole new video game that you never ever got to play before. And it requires all your skill sets, all your helmets, all your swords, cups, wands, everything. It's going to require, and I think that's the dynamics of life. That's so cool that you get to see dynamically yourself. Like you go through progressions, and sure, you probably hopefully, you mastered your body, and hopefully, you mastered your mind. But to be able to master your own soul and to risk it. It's a risky business. It's not easy business. This is something that, like, I think a lot of people just think they fall in love. And what the lady was teaching me that I was learning and I was trying to share with her was that you work on love. You might fall for lust, but you work on love. It's an actual fucking job to process someone else's emotions, to take on their past, and to have understanding or any kind of compassion. These are things you can't buy. You can't buy safe space. You can't buy calm. You can't buy authenticity. You can't buy real love. You can't buy trust and patience. This is stuff you would buy it if it was on the shelf for sure. You'd swipe your credit card in an instant, but we all would. But it has to be earned, and that's part of the process. That's the love actually part. To actually love someone, you have to sacrifice a little bit of yourself. You're gonna find some kind of compromise, and more importantly, you're gonna learn about you and another person. Like you don't know what it's like till you're on the field, till you're really got the ball in your hands and you're running full speed. And trust me, bap, you're gonna get hit on that play, but at least you're on the field. At least you're playing ball, and that's what life's about. Actually living it instead of being a spectator and just throwing popcorn and fat and shit down my mouth and sugar. I can not have the sugar and not have these addictions, but to actually love her actually. Like, not because I'm addicted to her or I felt withdrawals when she's not away or I didn't know if I could trust her or if she loved me actually. It's a lot. Boom bap, boom bap. Yes, Erica, thanks for getting in here. Boom bap. And that's what love feels like. It feels like a two-piece and a soda right upside your head. Three-piece and a soda, bro. That's what love actually feels like. So, to actually have love is an accomplishment in itself, but participating in it is an education course that everyone should take. Like, you only know so much. You might know calculus, you might know geometry, you might learn these things, but the truth of it is you don't know shit till you learn about yourself and other people too. I mean, all of us live inside of our own brains. We send messages to ourselves, and probably not good messages, but hopefully good messages. And then all of a sudden, you have someone else's message in your head, and you're like, oh, I'm not just one human being. There are many beings on this planet, and I live with them, and they live with me, and I have to learn how to get along with them, reach some sort of understanding, and be more human. This is a human process, and one day we'll grow old and hopefully still be together and be comfortable with each other, and God willing, happy, healthy family life, and try to make other people better by knowing us. Hopefully, they get to be in love because of our love. Hopefully, they get calm and understanding. That would be dope. That's like the gift that keeps on giving. I know that's what I'm getting out of it. And I'm grateful I found a partner that I can talk to. Because it's like, what do you want from me? It's easy to say, oh, you're beautiful and I like your beard. I like your beard. That was easy to say. But it's really hard to say your intentions and say, what do I want from you? What do I want the outcome? What do I want the future to be? What are my true intentions towards you? And I get to tell her beautiful ass in the morning in my bed, I'll knock you up, and I'm gonna marry you, and I'm gonna want you to be my friend for life, and all these things. But to be honest, it's a tough thing to do. To be honest with someone, go, okay, here are my real true intentions. Here are my cards. This is the poker game I'm playing, and you're like, and I like doing that with people, especially in business. Like, hey, what are you gonna do when you make all your money? It's one of the questions I ask people. Some people, they got it dancing in their head that they want a boat and hose and cocaine. Like, if that's what I'm going to empower you to do, then that's not what I'm going to do. But if you said something to me, the fact that you want to give back and start rehab bungalows and make sure people are healthy with an app, I second that motion. I believe in those things. But some people, they have twisted dark fantasies. Some people want ulterior motives, and that's why I have to say love actually, because to actually love means that you're not in control of the person. You got to trust the person that they want to be there with you, and then also that they have your good intentions at the end. Like, that's it. Like, they want your well-being, and a lot of people ain't like that. And that's the scary part of life, is that's the risk, is you got to go through some bad ones to get to some good ones. And how else would you know a beautiful day if you didn't have a bad day? So, this is the challenge of life. It's a real thing, and I take it seriously. And life is serious to me. It's always been serious to me. It's a South Korean prison, or blowing over my weed, or loving actually. So it's a part of the process that I take on seriously, and it's part of my development and healing. And I'm grateful to be a part of the process, because Lord knows I needed it, and I need to keep learning and keep being, and just do right by people and try to get the best outcomes out of life. And it's a blessing to have love. I'll tell you that. It makes it a little bit more easier. Definitely life, it makes a little uptick. Everything's a little bit more shiny, and can't stop staring at her, and she can't stop staring at me. And we have love actually, and who the fuck gets to do that? I told her, I said, Sarah, how the fuck are we so blessed to be here in this spa halfway across the world in the motherfucking jungle, and being pampered, and there's jets and all these things like blowing air, like we were super pampered mammals, bro. It was like really upscale fancy stuff. And the fact that we were even healthy enough and beautiful enough, like, oh, God gave us this. Like, somebody, some in the universe was like, you know what? Let's give them some good looks. Let's give them some health so they have sex together, and then let's make them in love. You know, like the gods play games. They play fucking games, bro. Ever since Greek tragedies, people would talk about gods coming down and fucking their wives, or infidelity, or all sorts of, mischievousness. These gods, they play, and here they are. They played for us, and they let us play on this earth and eat what we want to eat, go where we want to go, and be blessed enough to not be stressed. And that's a blessing in itself. So I pinch myself, see if it's still me, if this is my real life, if I still really exist. I can't believe this is me. I can't believe this is my life. I can't believe this is my wife. She didn't see it. It's all good. She doesn't hear it, doesn't happen. But anyway, yeah, it's awesome. It's love actually, and I'm so grateful. I just know. Oh yeah, I love my life. Somebody. I fucking love my life.
Love life!
I just do.
Yeah.
I just do. And I'm grateful to finally love my life again and spread that. I didn't like being the depressed guy like we talked about earlier today. It's being an honest conversation, when you've been depressed and you don't want to bum everybody out and nobody wants to talk about dead babies, and you wear out your friends, they stop answering and you become really alone. That's another level of depression. And Lord knows I worked on my ass off to have a circle of influence and people that I can call, especially when I felt this one was breaking my heart. Mom, Dominic, yo, Will. I called like everybody. I think I even called you, Erica. I was like, dude, I gotta talk about this. Third me. I don't know what to do. These emotions are happening, and that's what life is like. You gotta actually get on the roller coaster to feel it, and it's an amazing feeling. I mean, nobody wants to be scared, but it's thrilling. And then you have to manage your emotions. You actually get to sit with them and say, okay, this is what's actually happening. And
You really challenge yourself.
yeah, dude, it was a challenge to trust you, and and only just met you, and I'm not a foolish person. Nobody wants to be holding that bag. And then you're just like, I'm in love with someone that I just met for like 36 hours, and I felt really foolish, but I knew it. So I had to be honest about my feelings, which is really another deep thought, when you're really being truthful about what you really, really, really deep down inside want. And you're like, I know it through and through. I know it sounds foolish. It's almost like doing business here in Coachella. I know it because I'm in business. And nobody wants to hear this. This island has magic. Buy now. And you're gonna be like, shut the fuck up, bro. What's the prospectus? What's the ROI? Da 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 da. And this is something not like that. It's not a business deal. It's a human deal. It is something all humans should make this deal. All humans should have a love deal in their life and a love list and things that they're willing to work on to get other things. And I told you guys this. I said it 3, 4 days ago. I said, what's your love list? Write that shit out. Now I'm sitting in front of her. She's in front of me. Exactly the way I wrote it. And she's manifesting too. And we're over here just making our world better. And I can't be more grateful. I can't be more appreciative than having such a beautiful spirit in my life. You guys, you can only see this chick, she's such a fucking hottie. But what you don't see is her soul, and it's even sexier, dude. Sexier, sexy soul. That's what you are, you fucking sexy soul. And it's just lovely, You're not gonna get to fall in love with the tits and the ass, bro. Just that's not what real love is. Everybody's on a hip hop video. I think she's in some hip hop videos. You guys gotta see her. But anyway, it's not a hip hop video. Everybody's like, oh, I want money, I want cars, I want bitches. And you're just like, none of that shit's gonna make you happy. They're selling you a dream. They're literally renting that car for the photo shoot for the day. None of those bitches are their bitches. And they probably don't even drink. Like 50 Cent still got his like bottles in his videos to sell you on the bottles, even though he doesn't drink. Neither does Floyd Mayweather Jr. Neither does a lot of my heroes. I think somebody else I can't think of right now. But yeah, there's a lot of things behind the fake, and then you get to the real, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get to the real. I wanted to love someone actually, and this is hella good practice. It's an amazing feeling, and I thank you for sharing it with me. Thank you for challenging me. Appreciate a good challenge, and thank you for loving me too. You know that's the
Love
easy
you so
part. Yeah, you know that's the fun part. But you know what I mean. But like, may we do this some more. Oh yeah. Would you retract the statement? What just happened? Oh no, she deleted something. I don't know what she was trying to say, but
Gibberish.
probably. But no, it's a real thing. The love actually is gonna really test you actually. So this is on the job training. It's OJT. There's no half-ass in anything. You can fake it till you make it, but then all of a sudden you got to make it. You got to make real love. You got to make real sacrifices, and you're gonna have to test yourself. And that's some of the things I really do appreciate about her because I had to be working on my patience, not my strong suit. Working on all my listening, not my strong suit. But I want to do these things. I want to work on these areas that aren't my strengths and improve them. So I don't have weaknesses, but I don't mind weaknesses. I don't mind being weak around her. I don't mind being vulnerable around her. I don't mind being honest with her. And that's what the real actual love is. And if you really want love and you really want to think that you're in love, and I watch all the videos too.
Intimacy.
Intimacy. Yeah. Yeah. You and I verse
Mm.
competitively spiritual. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Someone has to be. Love actually.
Spirituals.
I bet you do. So for all of those that have been watching, go be free. Make sure you find some love in your heart. Love other people. Do something nice for someone today. And love actually. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you comment below. When is the time you've been in love? I'd love to hear that story for sure. And how did it feel? And how did you know it was real? Yes. Yes. Plenty of challenges. I want to hear about it. Peace. Ciao. Beijos. See you.